Good evening, Norcal Karters, and this is your upcoming kart events, primarily in the Norcal area, to also cover Reno, Central California, and Southern Oregon, and it's January 27th. So it's January 27th already. I can't believe this month is just gone. It's incredible, but time flies. So let's go down through the events here. So currently we have a lot of stuff going on in karting in our region. There's quite a bit actually. And let's see here. Let me get situated so I can see properly. Last week I announced that we had a couple of promoters and clubs that have signed up for the enhanced listings, and that would be Challenge of the Americas, so it's challengekarting.com, and we have the Northern Nevada Kart Club. They have signed up, and all of their events are on our calendar, and you can click on our calendar to go right to their page to register for an event. Same with NCK Road Racing. They are also live, and exciting news from NCK. Spoke to Mark Morrison earlier this evening. They added another event to their calendar, and this one's going to be very exciting. It is in Las Vegas. So it's added to the calendar. NCKRoadRacing.com. As they have more information, they will post it there primarily, then they will share it, and I will share it. But they will have a Las Vegas event. Mark your calendars. April 19th, 2020. Las Vegas at the Speed Vegas facility. So this should be pretty exciting. From my understanding, they really haven't had a racing event outside of their exotic car rentals. So for those of you that don't know, have you ever wanted to drive a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or a Porsche? Or as I call them, Volkswagens. I know that's going to piss off all my Porsche friends. All two of you. Most of my other friends can only afford Volkswagens. So, April 19th, 2020, Speed Vegas. The Northern California Karters, which is the road racing segment of the karting group, will be in Las Vegas. So that was the exciting news for the evening. So, I'm looking forward to that, see how it turns out. They say the track is really nice, really smooth, and as they have more information, it will be coming live to you. And again, nckroadracing.com. So quickly recap our enhanced listings. Challenge of the Americas, thank you very much. Northern Nevada Kart Club, thank you very much. NCK Road Racers, thank you very much. All of your events for all three groups are live on the calendar with direct links right to your websites and right to your registration pages. So hopefully we can convert my listeners and my viewers of NorcalCarters.com into race entries for you. So thank you. I do appreciate the support. And Las Vegas, April 19th for the NCK Road Racers. And this should be a really cool event. So I hope you guys really support that club and this event. Make it big. Share it with your friends. It's going to be a new track for everybody. So there's really no excuses. If you wanted something different, do it. So back to our regular calendar. Blue Max Kart Club. They were supposed to have a track work day last weekend. It got postponed because of the weather. February 8th and 9th is the new track work day. Again, that's Blue Max Kart Club. February 8th and 9th. You can go to NorcalCarters.com, click on our calendar, click on the day and the event, and it'll take you to their information page. You can also reach out to any Blue Max board member. You can also reach out to Steve Kemp. He's the one that reached out to Norcal Karters. to give us information on that work day. So go support a club. If you're not a member of any particular club and Blue Max is within a couple of hours driving distance, reach out, ask them how you can help. I know they have someone volunteering to do some electrical work. They need some painting done. I know they need some weed pulling done. And again, this is just a great opportunity for us racers, not just to pay our memberships, just to say, oh, we're members, but actually pitch in. Many of the board members, I've known many of them for many years. A lot of these board members have actually sacrificed their racing so they can focus on promoting events and keeping the track running for you racers that are actively in the cart. So help them out. I mean, it's grab a buddy, grab a pair of work gloves, show up. They usually bring coffee and donuts. And from my understanding, again, it's going to be February 8th and 9th. The weather should be good looking at the calendar. So again, go support a local club. If we don't have clubs, we don't have regional series, because regional series don't own clubs. And if we lose the clubs, we lose all the racing. So go help them out. Give them a lending hand. And I'm off my soapbox. And it's a short soapbox because I'm only 5'7". So let's see. Super Bowl, February 2nd. That is one of my favorite holidays of the year. I almost said my fourth favorite, but then I had to start counting because I don't know if I'm my third favorite or my fourth favorite. Just depends on how I feel about my own birthday. So, Super Bowl. That is February 2nd, which is this Sunday. That might be a great day to go to the track and just go pound laps because there might be a number of people that are stuck in front of a TV watching a bunch of football players. So that is, again, happening February 2nd. I know it's not karting related, but it's a big event, and that's why I'm throwing it out there. And what we also have on February 15th and 16th, CCKRA, they have a club race coming up. Challenge of the Americas, they have their second round, and they're going to get a lot of attention. Why? Because they're an enhanced listing. They're paying Norcal Karters to help promote their listings. We appreciate it. So what are we going to do? We're going to talk them up. So if your club or racing series would like to get a little bit more attention on our podcast, reach out to us and we can let you know what kind of advertising packages we have available. But again, Challenge of the Americas. You can go to challengekarting.com. That's their direct webpage. You can also go to norcalkarters.com. You can click on their event date. Again, Friday, the 21st, the Saturday 22nd, or Sunday the 23rd, you can register directly from our page to their page. How convenient is that? Same weekend, Blue Max Kart Club, they have an event on the 23rd. The following weekend, we have Kinsmen Club Race on March 1st. And also the SKUSA ProKart Challenge, they kick off their first race on February 29th / March 31st. So that's the calendar for the next month, going all the way to the end of February. And again, so the exciting news that I had tonight was Speed Vegas is going to host a karting event. They are going to host the NCK Road Racing Association. So more information will definitely be coming out on that. And yeah, definitely stay tuned because that should be pretty exciting. I don't know. I have a personality that if something is new and different, I don't care what it is. I'm already excited about it. And that should be pretty exciting. The track looks pretty, it just looks different. I mean, it's a neat looking track. It's a car track. Again, you can also go down there and maybe go down a day or two early. Check out some of the sights and sounds of Las Vegas. Maybe go down one day early, rent one of the cars, learn the track, and drive your favorite supercar. So again, that's Speed Vegas. Go check it out. And bear with me for a second. I'm switching between calendars and screens and notes, and I got a little sidetracked. Guess what? I get sidetracked. Recap some of our past events. Again, one of our enhanced listings. Challenge of the Americas. challengekarting.com. They just had their Tucson event. And based on some of the posts with social media, it looked like it was a great turnout. A lot of NorCal drivers and a lot of NorCal teams were down there in Tucson for that first round. So tune into Challenge of the Americas, their pages, and go check it out. See if your favorite team or driver was down there. So that was pretty interesting. KPX had their 2019 awards banquet. That was this past weekend. And I'm going to wrap the show up. This past weekend, a little bit more on somber news. There was a funeral service for Wayne Bundy. And Wayne Bundy was definitely a interesting character and a fixture in the NorCal karting scene. Over the next couple of days, I'll have, some posts on norcalkarters.com kind of recapping some of the highlights. It sounds weird to call a funeral a highlight, but it was a really, really neat service. And I'll be very honest, I wasn't expecting a lot of racers to show up. And I know why. It's most of the racers didn't have a chance to get to know Wayne. There were probably 10 to 15 Karters that were at the service. And this was more of a service specifically for friends of Wayne and acquaintances of Wayne, because the family, they did their own little private service. And it was the place was packed. I mean, there's 100+ people. And there were a lot of his acquaintances and friends from water skiing. And it was just really neat to hear all the stories. They were all kind of pretty much the same. And if you're a karter, I don't expect any of his bowling friends or any of his water ski friends to be listening to this podcast. But if you're a karter and you know Wayne, then you can probably relate to this comment that he was a little rough around the edges when you met him. And maybe you walked away thinking, no, he's just rough around the edges. And that's why I understand there weren't a lot of kart racers at the service. But when a lot of his water skiing friends were talking, they all had the same stories that I heard in the karting circles. Yeah, Wayne was loud. There's a couple stories I heard where there was a boat pulling him and you couldn't see Wayne, you couldn't see the boat because it was foggy, but you can hear Wayne screaming. And that was a couple of stories that I heard, so he was loud. That's the same Wayne all of us karters know. And there was the Wayne that just was very abrasive. One story I could share. He called our shop one time, and Samantha answered the phone. And his exact words to Samantha were, "Is there someone there I can speak to?" Not somebody else. Not, "Is Jason there?" Not, "Is one of our techs there?" It was just, "Is there someone there I can speak to?" And I personally thought it was funny because I know Wayne, and that's just what came out of his mouth. And a lot of the stories from the the water skiing friends around Wayne really revolved around not a very good first impression. And a lot of these skiers that packed the room, there were a lot of stories that started the same and they ended the same. And the way they ended was Wayne somehow was trying to instill some sort of knowledge or some sort of advice that he felt would help them with their skiing. And I didn't know this, but Wayne was a very accomplished water skier. He was actually a national champion in slalom. And I'm not going to pretend that I know what that means. I know what a slalom is. You're zigzagging through buoys. Whoopee. I don't know. But in karting, if you're a national champion at anything, I do know it takes a lot of work. I know it takes a lot of dedication. And that was the story that kept resurfacing at the service. Was hard to get to know, abrasive, but once you got to know him, he may just impart some knowledge or something that would help. And we saw that at the kart track as well. we saw him rub a lot of people the wrong way.